I was about to start, but this is stage 1 from the SMS Ninja Gaiden soundtrack, and it's so fucking good. It's so good for a Sega. This thing, Sega Master System. Oh, that system sounds like shit. Come on, this bit right here. Ninja Gaiden for the Sega Master System was the first game I ever played in my life as a child. What a fucking start. What a fucking start. No wonder I'm addicted. I started with the best. Oh god. This is the true Ninja Gaiden. This guy's more of a Ninja Gaiden if you ask me. I'm keeping this on. We're keeping the Ninja Gaiden soundtrack on. I was 8th in the world at speedrunning that game once. I need to go back and try and speedrun it again sometime. This soundtrack is so... For an 8-bit system, I'm sorry, this soundtrack blows anything on the NES out of the fucking water. Out of the fucking water, boys. Alright. I have some groceries arriving at some point, so I will stop to go and rescue those, but as of this moment, all I want to do is be a ninja. I want to be ninja! Chop chow down to Chinatown! I will say, I've kind of... Ninja's kind of like the complete opposite of Ranger to me. Where Ranger is really fun for hitting really big numbers slowly, Ninja is really fun for hitting really small numbers quickly. This kunai is so good. I love it. It's like my favorite melee weapon now. It's so quick. I did go all the way out of my way and get Utsusemi Ishii. It cost me all the money I had. Not to buy the scroll, I bought the zinc ore to do the quest. And it sucked. That was all my money on zinc ore. But I'm slowly building my money back up. We've got 6k. I mean all my money. I was at 0 money after buying all that zinc ore. I need to play Ninja Gaiden. Maybe that's what I'll do. We wait for boats and things. So I'll fire up Ninja Gaiden for the Master System. Can you hit the fucking guy? So far, with Ninja, no real, like, strategy or anything I'm shooting to do right now. All I need is levels. We're just gonna plow through some levels. Now, does Ninja on this server get the thing where it throws shurikens with melee attacks? If it does, that would be fucking epic. Because I've already got all my darts ready, look. I've already got all my darts ready to fucking train throwing. think that was the thing that always put me off Ninja, and the reason I never really played Ninja back in the day was it was like, especially back in the day, it was like sub-job only. Like, no one fucking played Ninja. It was, you played Ninja till 37, and then never again. Obviously, there were outlying people who were like, I'm gonna play Ninja, but once you got Ninja to 37, no one fucking played it anymore. It, like, dropped off super hard. I'm gonna play it as far as I can. The reason I'm making a bit of a change is because failing all of those Beastmaster charms with Slash Beastmaster did not feel good. I failed like 6 times in a row. So obviously Slash Beastmaster, not ideal. And I've never done Ninja, so it'll be fun. I've always wanted to do main Ninja. This is the best server to do main Ninja on, because of the passive gil income. If I weren't passively getting gil for killing, like, fucking random rabbits and things, I wouldn't dream of playing Ninja. I wouldn't dream of it. Swoof! And Blade Rin looks cool as shit. Just one big stab. I almost don't want dual wield. Look at how cool he is with the one, with just the one knife. Maybe that's the British in me. That's the Englishman in me. Look how cool he is with one big fucking knife. This is what I look like when I go to London. I put my bronze beret on and get my knife out. It's the only way to stay safe. I hate Sonic Boom. I'm just gonna play a bunch of Ninja music. And I had to start with Ninja Gaiden. We could play Ninja Gaiden for the NES as well. That's one of those hard games I really want to beat. If I can beat Ghosts and Goblins, I can beat Ninja Gaiden. Both Ninja Gaiden games, Ninja Gaiden for the Master System and Ninja Gaiden for the NES, if you're trying to speedrun them, at least, is all about, all of the strategy in it is just about knowing which power-ups are where. Once you know which power-ups are where, the game becomes a lot easier. In these early levels, we're not going to use our XP bands. Because we want to keep... Especially once they get to 7, I kind of want to make sure my skill levels are in tandem. Once we get to about 10, I'll probably start popping my XP bands. You're fucked. Plus, the longer I stay low level, the more money I can earn. It's way easier to earn money on fucking Wild Rabbit than it is Clipper, you know what I mean? Oh, I love Blade Rin. Just a big bloody stab. One thing that will suck, if I intend to do this properly, or at least, you know, give it my all, is gonna be getting the O-Coat. I remember helping my friend get the O-Coat, and it sucked. So I'm not looking forward to that one. I do think it's kind of goofy how much, like, insanely good gear there is for the quote-unquote JP only jobs. ninja and samurai and monk and stuff. Some of their gear is insane. Like Oko on paper, that's nuts, dude. It also doesn't help that I think Elven, which is the race that I was... Ooh, even match. Let's fucking go for it, boys. I'm not afraid of you! Which is the race I was when I was a kid. I think they hold dual katanas really stupidly. They, like, cross them behind their back, and it looks really shit. So when I was leveling ninja back in the day, I thought, this class sucks my ass. A lot of enjoyment I get from classes is based on how cool they look. I'm really slowly chiseling away at this guy. Get him. Fucking get him. Remember, Mission Gekure does not kill us on this server. If we need it. Fuck it. Yeah. Fucking suicide bombed him. Do I dare use my 4 shadows to try and fight a wild rabbit? Nah. I'll be a good boy. Although, close to a level. I might just start spamming Mission Gekure. How much damage did it do? 40. That's pretty good. Alright, one more tick. That'll do. I've got shadows. The true ninja experience. You can't hit me, mate. You can't hit what you can't see. I like that the icon up there keeps track of them for me too. I've got 2 left. I've still got 2 left. I'm untouchable. Get him out of here. This is it. We're about to be able to use our darts. Then the true ninja experience can begin. Give me my darts. And see, I know it's just a small increase in delay, but I'm gonna miss the kunai, and it's like rapid fire attacks. Alright, dart time, baby. Here we go, check this shit out. Yeah! Oh, get fucked. Dart him, boys. Look at me. I'm a little assassin. Ah, oh, it's so sick. Wah! Once I get some good shuriken, this is gonna be disgusting. Don't even need Utsusemi. I'm just a better ranger. I love how quick all the ninja weapons are. Like, The shuriken and the darts and the kunai and everything, they're so quick. I can't imagine being a scythe user. Scythes in this game? Oh, it fucking gives me a headache just watching it. Go, darts, go! Go, darts, go! I don't know why I find that so amusing. The TP gain is so slow. Because my delay is so low as well. But fuck it. Yeah! Cestus. This guy's got loads of good shit. Dart this worm. Dart him down. I fucking love my little darts. I'm like Teemo. I'm the Teemo of Final Fantasy. Just spamming rapid fire darts at people. Yeah. Can you get like poison darts? That would be so cool. Oh, this guy's a decent challenge. I can't hit him. He's made of liquid evasion, this one. When I throw the dart and then slash immediately afterwards, it looks so cool. I am flying through these darts. I'm gonna need like 50 stacks of them. Ooh, this one? Overcome, this one's called? This is my favorite track on the whole OST. It's so good. It's like the final level. Oh, it's so good. On an 8-bit console? Come on. Come on. What are we talking about here?
Yeah, but Super Mario...
Fuck Super Mario. Fuck him. I will say, early Sega Master System games do sound like shit. Early ones do. Even match. I don't think I'm going to be able to take an even match. Not in my current state. But you know what? I'm going to try. I'm going to try, because I'm not a pussy. I reckon full health and full MP, we might be able to do it. We just gotta believe. You gotta do what? You gotta believe. Right, one more tick. And I'm filling this orc with fucking darts. Is my throwing leveled up yet? Yeah, level 1 throwing. That might be the highest I've ever gotten throwing. There we go. with the deer. And hit him with every dart we've got. Or I could just miss every attack. That's also cool. Oh, get darted. Get fucking darted, son. Yeah. Oh, there's no stopping me. Oh, there's no stopping me. Ah, fuck. Here we go. Have another, mate. This is the Ninja Gaiden boss music, but to this orc, I'm the boss. This is my boss music. I'm fucking him up. Even match on what fucking planet, dude? I obliterated him. Obliterated him. Go, little darts, go! Ruined him. I gotta say, we're pretty powerful. I'm not convinced the straight up warrior would have never beat, like, that even match. Oh. I really don't think so. This is the thing I quite like about ninja so far. There's a lot of actions I can do. And once I got ninjutsu, that'll be even more. Once I'm also throwing about ninjutsu, we're gonna be having a good time. Of that, I'm certain. Yeah, I'm gonna be spending all my gil on fucking darts, though. Apparently. Fucked him up. Decent challenge, a little bit wary. Might rest for just a little bit here. I need to go back and get the book and get Region. That'd be huge. Once I've got Utsusemi though, mate. I think he is like 15k on this server a stack, which is a lot. There might be other ways for me to get it. I'll have to look into it. I think there's a vendor, but I don't know if Woos can use vendors, certain vendors. I don't think I can use the Curio Moogle. Which fucking sucks. Start him. Yeah. I wish there were throwing weapon skills. Why are there no throwing weapon skills? That's the end of the Ninja Gaiden SMS soundtrack. Let's do Ninja Gaiden NES soundtrack. Everyone loves that one, right? Yeah. You know what game is ninja themed that I always thought I loved until I went back and played it as an adult and I realized it was kind of shit. And that's literally every Shinobi game. I just think Shinobi was sick as hell. Turns out Shinobi fucking blows. Especially Shinobi 3. Shinobi 3 is shit. If you don't believe me, go back and play it now. That shit is unplayable. Ooh, jam! Bah! Wow, my accuracy has just gone to complete shit against this guy. Oh, get darted. Oh, get darted. Not even just regular darted. Get critical darted, mate. Now, I'm not sure what I'm going to take for a sub-job yet. Since I'm going to be soloing a lot of things, I don't think ninja is necessary, or warrior is, like, going to be that essential for me. So I might do something like, I might stick with Red Mage, honestly. The idea of End Thunder on, like, my dual katanas, that's kind of sick. That's a pretty cool fantasy. I'd be like that Genshin Impact character that pulls the katana out from the lightning katana out from between her boobs. You know the one. And if you don't float in the same circles as me, mate. Yeah. These darts are going crazy. Damage is genuinely pretty good. Just you wait, if I play Thief now, I'm just gonna get the coolest boomerang I can find. Have a never-ending source of ranged damage. It does irk me a little bit that there's not throwing weapon skills. I think that would be a really cool thing. If I had the know-how. Is that something you can do on Private Server? Can you, like, make your own moves and things? Is that something you can do? Or is that just... like, a pipe dream? I'd love to make my own moves for this game. I'd make so much bullshit. Oh, we're so nearly dead, but we're also so nearly a level. I'll rest a little bit. I'll do a little baby rest. I gotta be honest with you, this ninja music is shit. What do we do? What if I type in ninja music? Lo-fi Japanese hip-hop. Hell yeah. Creepy Japanese music. Let's try this one. Yeah, why not? That'll do. Get him. I've only got 2 darts left. No. Of course. Goodbye, my last dart. Gone forever. We'll get level 8 and go buy some more darts. I'm nothing without my darts. I really am just a Londoner right now. I'm going to the pub, I've got my knife, and I'm going to go and have a game of darts. My uncle is super into darts, and he joins like every darts tournament. Have you ever watched like professional darts? They are the fattest men in the world. They are the fattest men you will ever see. They are fat. They are the fattest men you will ever see. Oh right, they are the fattest men you will ever see partaking in something labeled as a sport. Okay? They're ridiculous. It is a skill though. I am shit at darts. I'm still getting katana skill ups. Can ninjas use great katanas? Or is it the other way around? Like, I think either samurai can use katanas or ninjas can use great katanas. One of the two. I think ninjas can use great katanas. Oh god. Did he just fucking materialize in front of me? What the hell was that? Ugh. I just want to kill that hair, but it's fucking big fat asshole in the way. Alright, get him. Quick. See that? Ninja stealth. Take him behind the tree and slit his throat and fucking Tenchu Stealth Assassin kill him. Oh mate, Tenchu Stealth Assassin? What a game. I friggin' love that game. That was like the first game I ever played where I realized there was more to... You could make a game based around stealth rather than like just killing everything. When I was a kid, I would just try and kill everybody, and that's really not the way in Tenchu. I just like charge in, ha ha ha, just get the absolute piss beat out of me. Shank, damn it, my accuracy is gone. Why don't I just buy some sushi real quick? Oh yeah, it's 10 million gil a stack. When I was training Beastmaster, I needed some accuracy food. I bought jack-o'-lanterns and was like, haha, this gives 10 accuracy, that's insane. And then I saw that it also gives minus 10 charisma. I couldn't charm anything. Every fucking animal just beat the crap out of me. I was like, okay. No more jack-o'-lanterns. I will say as well, on Cat's Eye at least, the pets, the jug pets in particular, their ready moves seem toned down. Or something. I ain't being funny or anything. On retail, if I use big scissors, I do 9 million damage. At level 23. The damage is goofy. On Cat's Eye, I do barely 100 sometimes. Which is a good thing, really. Beastmaster on retail is kind of broken. Get shanked, mate. I ain't even kidding. If Barrage worked with thrown weapons, I would 100% go ninja/ranger, and just throw a handful of shuriken at people every so often. I bet that would do so much damage. If you get those really heavy Junji shurikens or whatever, and be like, and land all 5 of those, oh, that would be disgusting. Doesn't Blade Retsu paralyze? Because of course it does. It's kind of crazy how they just like made everything to do with every Japanese game is like this, okay? Every Dark Souls, all of them. If it's a medieval fantasy setting, if they include katanas in some way, the katanas are better in every way. They just make katanas better than like every other weapon. Look at Dark Souls. Katanas are so stupid in Dark Souls. You son of a bitch. You're like level 5,000, I bet. You're level 7. Fuck off. I'm level 8. You're level 7. I have a better right to be here. Alright, we're gonna go buy some more darts. I've deliberately, like, cleared out my inventory of so much crap. Just because we really want to... That's the thing. If I'm carrying around, like, darts, and then on top of that I carry around a bunch of ninjutsu components... My inventory is gonna be fucked. My inventory is gonna be fucked. Is there a way to get the Mog sack on this server? Is there any way I can get my hands on a Mog sack? Yeah, you just ask him nicely. Teehee. Time for some gobby bags? Oh my god. That's the thing. I gotta save my money to buy ninjutsu tools. But then I really need to spend my money to get gobby bag space. I'm just gonna have to spend some time at some point. Like leveling Thief. And just make money that way. I am gonna need a bit of a cash injection. I'd be fine. I'd legit be fine if it weren't for having to do the Utsusemi quest and spend all my money on zinc. You know? It was that what did it. Isn't there like a... I swear there's like a strength headband. Maybe I'm misremembering. No, I'm not, see? Windurstian Hachimaki. That's level 25. I think for right now, the best I'm going to get is leather. Oh, the Hachimaki is, like, better. Oh my god, it's worth nothing. Except for what? Give me that. It's worth 1 gil. Hey, Coffee and Kills. Wait, when the radio through? Ah, you were raiding me? You can't raid. That's because I'm impenetrable to raids, mate. I appreciate the attempt. I appreciate the attempt. Don't worry, I forget to raid people all the time. Usually Stammer has to remind me to raid people because I just forget. Can Ninja use this? No. Don't need any of that. So if the Hachimaki is worth 1 gil, maybe the pajamas are too. See? This gear is cheap. Why is the ninja gear so cheap? I've just come from playing Ranger, where everything is just the most expensive shit in the world. I give you 10 gil for these Techo. Let's see if I can get people over 80. Hey, Big Door 82. What server is this? This is Cat's Eye, my man. More specifically, this is Cat's Eye, but I'm a Wings era warrior. I don't know if you ever played on Wings. Wings was my favorite private server. Then it got shut down. But they kind of made it so you could migrate over here to Cat's Eye, and it would keep all of the Wings rules. So while on Cat's Eye, you can use trusts and all this crap. I can't, because I'm a Wings era warrior. So I'm basically Wings of the Goddess era locked. That's kind of it. I loved Wings. I had so many fucking characters on Wings. I had like 6 characters. You play on Cat's Eye? My man, welcome to the fucking... This is the best server. I've been on all the private servers at this point. This is the best one. There's so many different ways you can play. There's so many different play styles on this server, and on top of that, all of the changes that they've made that I've seen, like all of the balance changes and all of the like custom content that they've added is all really good too. I don't think I've had any complaints about any of it so far. I mean, I think we're getting race change stuff too. That would be fucking sweet, because I'm one of those people who occasionally I'll get bored and just be like, I'll start again and make a Galka, you know? I would like it if I don't have to do that. Did I not get the Hachimaki? Oh my god, look how cool I look! I like never use the ninja samurai monk stuff. I never wear this stuff. I look so cool. Right, give me I need the headband. I gotta get the headband to complete the set. Do I play D&D? Absolutely, my man. In fact, I have a D&D group going right now. I'm playing a rat folk monk in that. And that's really fun. He's a drunken master rat folk monk based on Splinter from Ninja Turtles. His name is Sliver, which is just another word for Splinter. But yeah, I play D&D. Alright, give me... Ah, look how sick we look! I look like a little badass! I love him! Right, can I buy... This is the thing about Ninja, because I never really played Ninja at all, I don't know anything about it. I don't really know what kind of gear it gets. I know fucking nothing about Ninja. What the hell is this? A cooking katana. How much? Yeah, I don't want that. Kyofu? With a wind fan equipped. The fuck? When's the next kunai? Like level 19 and 20. The kunai are sick. Because they're so fast. How much for another one of these? 3k. You're having a giggle, mate. I can buy those from Norg for nothing. I can buy those at Norg for nothing. You give me the impression you play Harengen. What's that? Let me look that up, see if you're right. Harengen. Oh, is that like just rabbit folk? Do it, you won't. What, go to Norg? Don't you challenge me, dead plaything. I'll go to Norg right fucking now. Look what you did. Look at what you've done. I do have to set things up though. Because I'm a Wing Zero warrior, I can... Oh! Trust me and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through. Thank you, dead plaything. I love you. Mwah. Yeah, I've played... the last time I played something like that was in Pathfinder, and I played a rabbit folk jester. Yeah, a rabbit folk jester. It was like a subclass of bard. He was really fun. My favorite D&D character I ever played though was a goblin paladin. That was really fun. What was I doing? Oh, going to Norg. I was dead to go to Norg. I'm going to set this as my home point first. Let's go to Norg, boys. So as a Wing Zero warrior, I can only teleport from the crystals once every, like, hour, I think. But honestly, I'm okay with that. One of my biggest complaints about Final Fantasy back in the day was... say you wanted to go somewhere really, like, obscure. Sometimes it's just a pain in the ass, you know? Having that one occasional teleport, I think that's fine. I appreciate the fact that they have tried with Wing Zero Warrior on Cat's Eye to retain all of the Wings era and like actual era content as much as they humanly can, while also giving you options for like once you get to 75, you can unlock Rune Fencer and stuff like that, which I think is really cool. Now, who the fuck sells stuff in Norg? There's like a shopkeeper in Norg, I think. Is it this guy? Ranemaud? I can't remember. Harengen Kensai Monk? See, Monk is one of those things that I have always... I've never been interested in, but in D&D, Monk is so fun. D&D is like the only environment where I've ever found monks fun. Because you can do so many cool things with monks in D&D. The coolest thing I think about monks in D&D is the fact that unarmed attack doesn't just mean your fists. It's the fact that like if you're pinned, you can roll on an unarmed attack with like your head, or you can use your if you've got a tail, you can use a tail for an unarmed attack. I love the fact that unarmed attack is not specific to hands, so you can use your entire body to attack with. That's really fun, and that can lead to some really cool ways to attack things. I love Monk in D&D. It's like the only instance where I think Monk is really cool. We need more sexy streamers? Mate, there are no streamers sexier than me. Have you seen my thighs? Now you have. I have a full body somewhere. Why am I not using my full body? I'm being lazy today. Where's the fucking shopkeeper in this place? I gotta look this up. Where do I buy Wakizashi? Wakizashi. I'm not spending 3k on the thing. Jirokichi in Norg. Okay. Everybody, keep your eyes open for Jirokichi. Oh, he's right there. I ran past him like twice. Alright, Jirokichi, what you got, mate? What do you sell? There it is. Oh, he sells these too. Should I just stock up? He sells shuriken! Alright, the first shuriken is at 18. Look at the damage on bullets. It's kind of tempting to use a gun. Look at how much damage a bullet does. Then again, this is what, level 22? Shuriken do similar damage by themselves. Alright, level 18, we come back here and we get shurikens. For now, let's buy another Wakizashi for when we get 10. Can I really afford to buy 2 of these? Fuck it. Buy 2 of these for when we get 13. Then we'll throw Shuriken randomly later on. I know, I've never really played Ninja. The last time I played Ninja was on retail. But the problem with playing any class on retail is that it's so accelerated that you don't really get a good feel for it, you know? You don't really get to experience, like, oh, what level 30 is like as this class, you know? Because you're already, like, level 99 in fucking 10 minutes. I never, like I was saying at the start of the stream, I always felt like Ninja, at least back in the day, was a class where people got it to 37 and then stopped. Because most people just use it as a sub-job. And I kind of hated that. It kind of put in my brain that this class is, like, worthless as a main job. And I can't, that's not true. Like, so far I'm having a real fucking blast with it. So far, I am having a blast with Ninja. One last thing I want to check for. We've got 5k. I was going to say I'm going to buy some food, but I want to start saving up for my Ususemi now. Well, I've got Ususemi. I spent all of my money on brass, zinc ingots, or zinc ore, to get the Ususemi scroll. So now I'm poor. I've got to save up for all of my ninja tools now. It is cool. So far, it's really cool. I didn't even buy the darts. The darts are the reason I went back to town. I didn't even fucking buy them. It's one of the better sub-jobs, though, and it's useful to a lot of jobs. I know, but back in the day, like, seeing a ninja at, like, 75 was so rare, because most people just leveled it as a sub-job, and then, you know, that was it. They were done with it, you know? I think I've experienced... Even when I played on retail, I think I only got it to like 50 before I got bored of it. Because I hadn't really gotten a good feel for it. But so far, it seems really cool. I think you have to lean into the throwing aspect to make it extra cool. That's why I'm buying darts to train my throwing. I think being able to throw the shuriken and stuff is going to make it way cooler later on. Give me darts. I'll take 2 stacks for now. Alright. We've got cooler gear. We've got more darts. Also, I love the change they made on this server to Mujin Gakure. Or however you pronounce that. Is it Mujin Gakure? Mujin Gakure? Something like that. It, the fact that it leaves you at 1 HP and gives you some shadows, I think that's really cool. Because it always struck me as kind of useless. Oh, you get to kill yourself. Oh, cool. Great. People have explained to me multiple times what the use of it is, and I still don't get it. People are like, oh, it's so that you can die without getting, like, a death penalty or what? I don't care. Shitty idea for a 2-hour. But on this server, way cooler. Gives you that last-ditch few shadows that you might need. Right. Here's what we're going to do. We're level 8. I'm not confident I can kill orcs reliably, but we're going to go to Gelsba. Because I need fire crystals. If I can get a bunch of fire crystals going, they're like 6k a stack. And that'll be huge for my ninja tools. Let's just go purge some orcs. Look how fucking cool I look. I love my gear. I love my little ninja gi and my little headband. I look sick. It's a real shame. Now that you've mentioned D&D, it's kind of made me a little sad. We haven't done our D&D group in like a month now. Which makes me a little bit sad because I was having fun with that. Get darted. D&D I find is one of those things where sometimes it's hard for a group to stay together long enough to see it through to the end because it drags on too long, or like the campaign drags on too long. That's why when I do play D&D, I like it when it's like, you know, maybe 6 or 7 sessions tops. I feel like that's the sweet spot. Any more than that, and people tend to get disinterested, I find. Purge the unclean, blood for the blood god. Hey, I'm Sandorian through and through, mate. I hate orcs. Fucking orcs. Even though I'm a Taru player, I'm a Sandorian main. I love Sandoria. Every other city, garbage. Garbage. Especially Windurst. I hate Windurst. Taru is my favorite race, but I fucking hate Windurst. Windurst is too big and, like, confusing. I have no idea where I'm going in Windurst. Ooh, we're starting to do some damage, boys. We're starting to do some damage. Send me to the Shadow Lord right now. I'm ready. Sandy the French? Does that mean orcs the English? Look, mate. We are not. Sandy is not the French. You take that back right now. Orcs could be English because they do look like, you know, I'm from England and I've seen some people who look a bit like orcs. Oh no! An unbreakable crystal warrior has shattered. Olet fell to dingbats. No! I could have saved them. If only I'd known where they were. The dingbats were too much for her. I could. Alright, mate. It's me. Bunsey. Everybody's favourite Final Fantasy XI furry, I guess. Actually, when I started this channel, my avatar was a Taru. I had a Taru VTuber. Those were the days. As you may be able to tell by my outfit, Ranger is my favorite class, but I will say, Ninja's kind of getting there. Ninja's kind of getting there. So far, I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of got a bit of everything. It's the IGN of classes. Do I know any... Mate. Do I know any Cockney rhyming slang? Mate. You keep that up and you're going to be brown bread, mate. You're going to be brown bread. After this stream, I reckon I'll go up the apples and pears, mate. Have a butcher's hook at this scarab beetle. I know Cockney rhyming slang, mate. Don't even start. There's some... I'm English, but I live in America. And sometimes when I do want to say things and just confuse people, I will start using Cockney rhyming slang. One of the ones that really threw... When I used to work at a hotel, I had a colleague. One of the things that really threw them off, like really puzzled them, was Cockney rhyming slang. And the one I remember specifically was they came in and they had a cut on their neck. And I said, "Oh, what happened to your Gregory?" Because Gregory Peck is neck in Cockney rhyming slang. And I said, "What happened to your Gregory?" And they got so confused. They spent like 30 minutes trying to figure out what the fuck I was saying. Is Cockney rhyming slang for thieves? That's the thing. Cockney rhyming slang is, especially in like in America and stuff like that, it is the perfect code. It's the perfect talking code. Because unless they know what the hell you're talking about, they're screwed. So much of it is completely, like, impenetrable. I think the only one I've ever heard... Who the fuck is Gregory? Gregory Peck. Gregory Peck was an actor, I think. And so Gregory Peck was Cockney rhyming slang for neck. So you can say, oh, I've hurt my Gregory. And that would mean I've hurt my Gregory Peck, I've hurt my neck. If you ask me what my favourite Cockney rhyming slang was, though, that's tricky. August Grey. Oh, Dark Throne. You always know what to say to make me giggle. August Gregory Chopper. Hello, mate. It's me. August Gregory Chopper. I'm going to start an entirely new Twitch channel now called August Gregory Chopper. You've doomed this channel. Fig Leaf, my man. How you doing, Fig? Mwah, good to see you, my man. I haven't seen you in a while. Oh no, I saw you the other day. You poking your head in these days, Fig? We like Fig Leaf round here. Absolute goat. I have this 16-year-old human urchin rogue named Abelard Dust, who goes by Smiley. He speaks with a Cockney accent. Oh, mate. No, my accent isn't Cockney, but it's easy to do a Cockney accent. If you're from England, it's easy to kind of affect one. I'm from a place called Norwich, which is on the East Coast, and we sound... My accent has faded over time because I live in America. I've lived in America for about 9 years now. But when I used to be thick with my Norwich accent, I say, "You alright, mate? Can't Norwich?" Cockney. My cock descends to my knee. That's why I'm called Cockney. I'm trying to think of my favourite Cockney rhyming slang now. I just mimic Michael Caine. That's how you do it. Just mimic Michael Caine. He knows what he's doing. Michael Caine's a lovely fella, as far as I can tell. I've seen him in interviews and stuff. He seems like a really down-to-earth kind of guy. My favourite Cockney rhyming slang, though, would probably be... It's not Cockney rhyming slang, but there was something I heard said once in the same vein as, like, going up the apples and pears, and it was going up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire. I heard for going up the stairs to bed, and I always thought that was really cute, and I've always kind of, that's always kind of stuck in my brain. Going up the wooden hill to Bedfordshire. Now, obviously, I'm saying Bedfordshire for the Americans in my audience. I would obviously, as an English person, say Bedfordshire. But to an American, I've got to say Bedfordshire, like I say Yorkshire, when in fact, every fibre of my being wants to just say Yorkshire. And that's why when I have to say, when I tell people what city I'm from in England, I have to say, because I live in America, I have to say, oh, I'm from Norwich, which is not how it's said. It's Norwich, like porridge. Every person from Norwich says it like porridge, says Norwich. Every single person from Norwich says Norwich. But in America, I say Norwich, because it's the only way it makes any sense to him. But no, Cockney rhyming slang is really fun. But there's a bunch of stuff like that in the UK. We've got a bunch of like hidden dialects and things. That's the thing that's really interesting, I think, about the UK, is how there are so many different dialects and different accents and different cultures, I would say, all in such a small island, such a tiny space. Like, every single state in America is like 50 times bigger than the UK. Every single fucking one. But there are so many more accents and dialects and weird mannerisms strewn across that little island. Someone from Manchester sounds nothing like the typical person from Manchester, for instance, sounds nothing like a Liverpudlian. And a Liverpudlian sounds nothing like someone from Birmingham. And so on and so forth. And then you get into the really weird dialects where, like, if you've ever heard a West Country accent, which is where my dad is from, if you've ever seen the film Hot Fuzz, the bloke who you can barely understand, who's got all the weapons in Hot Fuzz, the farmer, that's a West Country accent. And that's confusing as shit, even to me. And then you get into things like Gaelic and like stuff like that. UK is smaller than some counties in the US. It is, and that was always crazy to me. Since coming to America, that's one of the things that I've started to appreciate, is just how much, and that's one of the things that I also defend America for when I speak to my friends back in the UK and stuff, is that I get some of my friends talk about how, oh, America's a mess and blah blah blah, and there's all these, every state is like its own country and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, because it's so fucking vast over here. Like, it's impossible to wrap your head around it if you've never been, how much bigger this country is compared to the UK. So I think America is allowed a few fucking, I don't know what the word is. I think America's allowed being divided, and maybe not as much as it currently is, but it's certainly allowed to be a bit of a mess. I don't think any country should ever be this big and claim to be united. I don't think that's fucking possible. Unless you live under some kind of totalitarian regime. Well, let's face it, we're kind of getting there, aren't we? John Constantine was from Liverpool? Was he? Does that mean he spoke like, hello, it's me, John Constantine. Now then. What's going on over here? Wacko Warner was from Liverpool. Or at least had a Liverpudlian accent. So we don't think 2 or 3 hour drive is a very long drive? I know, that's insane to me. And that's another thing that I got used to, because my job is driving. I had to get used to the concept of driving being considered a chore over here. I actually enjoy driving. I like driving a lot. But most people that I speak to over here think driving is like this, it's just a chore. Nobody really does it for enjoyment. And so that's why I can manage doing what I do and making good tips, taking people really long distances and stuff like that, because they consider it like I'm doing a massive service for them. It's crazy. Whereas 9 times out of 10, I'm like, oh, a 30-minute drive, that's nothing. We don't have an American culture. We have 1,000 different cultures. That's true. That's massively true. And honestly, I don't want to be that guy or anything, but I do get the impression that, like, the sensible thing to do at this point would just be to get the states that are friends, put them together, get the states that, hate each other, separate them, just get everyone on side. Because whatever's going on right now ain't exactly working, is it? Let's be honest. England makes my favorite car brand. What's that? Jaguar? Although I think that's German now. An English car. Not a Mini. Surely not a Mini. A Lotus Elise? Lotus are gone now, which makes me sad. Lotus, the car manufacturer, were based in Norwich, I believe. Or Norwich. Like 4 or 5 regions. A Morgan. Oh! Isn't that a Morris car? Oh no, the Morgan Motor Company, you're right. Oh, look at that fucking thing. The Morgan Roadster. That thing is sexy. Something like that, though, something that quintessentially English as a car, you'd have to get that in British Racing Green. Any car that quintessentially British, or English, I should say, you would have to get in British Racing Green. British Racing Green is such a sexy color. I love that color. If I ever got like a Ferrari or a Lambo, like all these fucking Bitcoin billionaires or whatever, if I was ever so vulgar, I'd still demand it in British Racing Green. Interesting thing about me, I'm not particularly patriotic. I don't, you know, I'm not one of them, you know, monarchists and yada yada yada. I'm not particularly patriotic for the UK, but I am incredibly defensive about my hometown. Not my country necessarily, but my hometown or city, Norwich. Oh, I'll fight and die for Norwich. If Norwich ever went to war, I'll be there. I'll roll up. Specifically Norwich, though. I don't give a fuck about London and the rest of it. But Norwich, I'll fight and die. I'll fight and die for Norwich. Black, I need it in black. I would never own a Ferrari. No, I don't really like those sorts of cars. They're kind of vulgar. If I had... My dream car is a rally car. My dream car would be a... Fuck, what's it called? Fuck. Lancia Stratos. There we go. A Lancia Stratos with the rally decals and everything. That would be my dream car. That car looks like a fish. I love that car. I love that car ever since Sega Rally. Because when I was a kid, my dad used to... His job was that he was a adult tutor. He would teach adults how to use computers. And this is back in, like, the early 2000s. When, you know... We weren't even on XP quite yet. So he was teaching adults how to do things like... make spreadsheets to keep track of their finances. And just little things like that. It was at a place called the Adult... what was it called? Early Learning Center. And, the cool thing about that place was, it was basically like a big LAN. It was loads and loads of computers all hooked together in a big network. And he would teach his classes and everything. But sometimes, they would also do, like games days, where you could come in and play a bunch of video games. And they would run the odd tournament and stuff here and there. I actually won a $25, or £25, sorry, HMV, which is a music shop, or was a music shop in the UK, voucher, for coming second in a game of FIFA 2000, which really dates that story. I came second in FIFA 2000 because I had figured out that you could kind of, if you just ran at the goalkeeper, you could kind of just lob it over them every time without fail. But the cool thing about that story was they also had Sega Rally. And I used to fucking love Sega Rally. Whenever I was there, like, because my dad couldn't get a babysitter or whatever, he'd take me with him, and I would sit in the corner on one of the computers, and I would just be playing Sega Rally and or Quake 3 Arena. All, like, for like 2.5 hours. I love Sega Rally. And that's probably why I love the Lancia Stratos so much. That was the car I always picked in Sega Rally. Everything about me, like everything that I enjoy and love, can just be traced back to what I liked when I was 10. What did I like when I was 10? That's what I like now. I haven't really evolved much, you know? Man, we're kicking ass. We're kicking ass, boys. Although I'm not getting very many fire crystals. I can't see this guy, he's merged with the wood. Ferrari company are elitist ass clowns? Really? I mean, it's Ferrari, of course they are. Once a company gets to that point where, you know, they're synonymous with rich dickheads, they also begin to behave like dickheads, you know? One more level and we can dual wield, boys! I'm excited to get to, if we can get Ninja to 30, we'll have caught up with Ranger. I will say this, I really wish Barrage worked with throwing weapons. That would be so fun. If I could be Ninja slash Ranger and just throw my entire handful of shurikens, that would be so fun. We are not getting that many fire crystals, are we? Screw it. Screw it. I'm gonna burn Gelspa Outpost to the fucking ground. You almost didn't. I want to be ninja. Did you see Dark Throne? Were you there for the Fly Night stream? Fly Night, the Fly Night. By the way, Fly Night. If you look that up on Steam, that is a fucking awesome game. We streamed all of Fly Night and it was so good. Such a fun game. On the Fly Night stream, I found some katanas, like dual katanas, and me and Stammer watched the I Want to Be Ninja video, and it was so... Oh... The cringe is too much, dude. That is the most cringy video. And you know what's the best part about it? Is that she's singing that song, and the lady at the very front is Asian. And she's staring at her, like, staring daggers at her. I couldn't do it. Like, I couldn't be that lacking in self-awareness. I couldn't be that clueless. But leave it to a white woman, I suppose. I'm kidding. I'm only joking. That would be hilarious. I think if I had my own private server, I would open up so many weird things like making Barrage work with thrown weapons. I think making Barrage work with thrown weapons would be so awesome. It would be possibly broken. Like, possibly a bit broken. But, like, who cares? There's so much broken crap in this game already. I think being able to throw, like, all my shuriken at once would not be that big a deal. And let's be honest. I won't fully be ninja until I've got Ususemi. I think the Shihi on this server are like 15k a stack. But what I might do... I don't know. I'm considering it. I know that a real account can unlock the Curio Moogle. And the Curio Moogle sells Shihi for, like, cheap. So what I might do is have a second account that's a regular account and get an unlock Shihi on it. And then just send them to Bunzi. Because, I'm sorry. You already burn so much money on Ninja. I don't also want to just get, like, burn 15k a stack. Do you know what I mean? That's a bit fucking much. Just let me play the game, you know? I think that's a reason why Ninja and Ranger in particular aren't played as much as other classes. Is because they're so fucking expensive. They're so damn expensive to play. And another reason why, like, when people play Corsair, a lot of people don't even bother, like, you going / Ranger and using the gun or anything, because it's just too costly. Or what do you reckon? Can we beat this stone launcher? Have a rest. I can't, I'm poisoned. Fuck. We're going for it. I've got Mujinga Cure if things go south. How do I pronounce that? Is it Mujinga Cure or is it like Mijin Gakure or something? I want to pronounce it properly. I remember when I played Final Fantasy XIV, when, what's the second one? It's Mijin Gakure? Okay, I'll do that from now on. But when, Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood came out, I was really excited for Samurai, because I thought it looked really cool. But my problem with Samurai was always I couldn't keep track of my moves because they all had like, this move is called Hasashi Wakajo. Do you know what I mean? I'm like, I don't know what that means. Which move goes into which move? I can't remember. Sorry. Fuck you! Get out here! Oh, just slashing him apart. Just slashing him to ribbons. Just think. Once we get... What level do I get the ability to throw shuriken with melee attacks? Once I can do that, we're going to be spamming shuriken. We're going to be using shurikens more than our melee weapons. It's going to be sick. Look how cool I look. I love my little pajamas. I look so cool. I'm a little assassin, mate. We fucked him up. This guy stood no chance. What have we got our throwing to already? 16. Our throwing is almost on par with our katana already. This is how it's done, boys. I think the reason I don't like mages in this game, no matter how good they are, no matter how much, you know, sometimes I think they could be kind of cool. Like Red Mage. I think Red Mage can be kind of cool. My main issue with mages in this game is I don't like leveling a bunch of magic classes. I don't like leveling like healing magic along with my enhancing magic, along with my enfeebling magic, blah blah blah. The thing I like about like ninja and stuff like that have their own separate, like blue magic, you know? They have their own separate one, that's the only one you have to level. I only have to level ninjutsu, that's fine. I can do that. Red Mage and like Paladin and stuff like that, we've got to level several different magics all at once. I hate that shit. Because it forces you to like use spells that you normally wouldn't. Like, oh, better throw out a banish here or there. Who the fuck uses banish? Nobody. But if you want to be using the big strong holies later on, you need to, you know? I hate that. Yeah. I gotta be honest with you. Once we get Blade Retsu, we are gonna fucking tear through things. We are gonna tear through these things. I'm already shredding these orcs. Whenever I say the word shredding, it gives me a... It's got like... That word has negative connotations to my brain. Because one of my earliest memories, like legit earliest memories, I must have been about 4. There was a cereal in the UK called Shreddies. And what they were is they were like little thatched squares of whole grain. And I used to love them as a kid. A little bit of sugar on top, lovely. And one of my earliest memories as a kid was being about 4 years old. I was sat in my dad's apartment, sat by the window with, I can remember it clear as day. I was sat on this armchair with a one of those little like TV tray type tables in front of me, with my cereal on it in a bowl, and the window was open. And the white satin curtains were kind of billowing a little bit. I've got it clear as day in my head. I took 1 spoonful of Shreddies. No, I ate a decent bit of Shreddies, but then the memory picks up where I ate 1 more spoonful of Shreddies, and I just hurled all of them into the bowl. I like puked up everything I'd eaten so far into the bowl, and it was this brown whole wheat mess in the bowl. It was so fucking disgusting, and the flavor as I was being sick was so revolting that ever since then I couldn't eat Shreddies. So whenever I say the word shredded or anything with shred in it, it reminds me instantly of that. And I just think I get like a bad taste in my mouth. It's funny how the brain works. Maybe it's just my brain. Maybe I'm the only autismo that does that. I can say my absolute earliest memory. My absolute earliest memory, I remember, it must have been very early because I had a bottle, like a baby bottle. I actually remember that same apartment, laying on the sofa with my bottle, and I must have had, like, you know how toddlers get toddler teeth? Like little tiny toddler teeth? I must have had like 2 of my toddler teeth grown in or something. Because I remember biting down on the bottle, and the pacifier end of it broke off, and then my mouth got flooded with milk. That is my absolute earliest memory. I guess I remember. Most of my memories are tied to me eating or drinking something. I experience memories through the mouth. And that's every bit as lewd as it sounds. Come on, we just need a little bit more. A little bit more till dual wield. I remember wondering back in the day if dual wield is even that much of a DPS increase. It has to be, right? Because it slows down your attacks. I don't know if it... When I was a kid, I used to think, is it better to just use 1 weapon rather than 2? Surely not. You want to fight, mate? Oh, fuck's sake. He blinded me. He blinded me with science. How does the Orcish Mesmerizer see? Can he see through that bag? Ranger Ninja is hella fun, by the way. That's what I main on Horizon. On Sexy, I main Corsair Ranger. Oh, mate. Corsair Ranger was... Corsair was my first 75 back in the day. You know, when, you know, all there was Final Fantasy. Corsair was my first 75. The only reason Corsair was and not Ranger was because I was leveling Ranger and I got it to like 40 something. And my friend, who was super, like, he was more addicted than me. He was super addicted to this game. He was in a really, really good Link shell. And they needed a dedicated Corsair for one of their statics. And he basically said, if you level Corsair and become our dedicated Corsair, I will, like, bankroll all of your bullets and things. So the only reason I got the Corsair to 75 before anything else was he bought all of my bullets and things for me. And I remember as well, eventually he got so rich that he bought me the Culverin +1. You know, the gun that fires cannon shells? And that was so fun. I remember doing some insane slug shots with that thing. We got Scavenge, Barrage, Sharpshot, and Liberal Range Axe so busted. Yeah, it is. Corsair with /range is insane. It's so good. Because guns are so powerful. Sharpshot, Barrage, and then if you've got 1000 TP at the start of a fight, Sharpshot, Barrage, Slugshot, Auto Attack, Slugshot. I don't care what you're fighting, it's fucking dead. And then you throw in like those card shots as well. Sick. Absolutely sick. One thing is, I won't, unless, I keep calling it sexy. I like the abbreviation. Unless sexy, like, gets shut down or whatever, I won't ever play on Horizon. Just because I really don't like Horizon. I don't like the changes they've made. I don't like the dev team. When I first played on Horizon, when it first came out, I made some genuine comments in their Discord about things that I thought were broken or weren't good, or I was genuine, some genuine constructive criticism, and I got banned. I got banned from the Discord. All right, once or twice I was a bit cheeky, right? Yeah, because that's just the way I am. But my comments were justified and were honest criticism, and they banned me, and I just thought that was really sketchy and just gross. I think the only balance change that I actually like on Horizon is the way they gave Paladins End Light. I think that was cool. I've run out of darts again. We're not getting very many crystals at all. Are crystals, like, rare or some shit? Why am I not getting any crystals? Where the fuck are all my crystals? That's the only reason I fought these orcs. I wanted, like, a big stack of fire crystals. And what's the deal with Orcish Grappler? He doesn't even grapple you. That's it, boys. Jerry Seinfeld run. And what's the deal with Ninja? Oh, fuck. Shanked. Get shanked. Oh! According to my phone, my groceries have arrived. Here's what I'm gonna do. Didn't I did set my home point to Sandoria, didn't I? I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna go back. Fuck these orcs. They're not even dropping crystals. They're a bunch of assholes. I can get fire crystals from goblins. Goblins are way more generous. But I refuse to not throw darts. The dart throwing is like 80% of my fucking DPS. Jump shot, camouflage, barrage, followed by weapon skill, slug shot. Does camouflage do any? Oh, camouflage reduces your enmity, doesn't it? Or does it do that on Horizon or Cats? I don't remember it doing that on the main game, at least back in the day. If it did, then I never did that. So I guess I was missing a trick. Have I got anything I can sell? Not really. All I really need to make my money is just to go and kill leeches. I just need to pick a day where I'm not streaming or whatever and just go and kill leeches in Buburimu for a bit. Especially if I can do that while also earning XP. Because XP is gil on this server. Alright, I want... You know what? It costs about a K for a stack. We'll get 3 stacks. That'll last me a bit. Why does changing your ammo change your model? Like, do that thing where your model disappears? Because it doesn't show up on you, does it? So why does changing your ammo fuck with your model like that? I don't think it does that with your ranged weapon. Interesting question. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to very quickly go and get my groceries, and I will be back in a jiffy. Be right back. And just like that, I'm back. How do you have your ammo macro? I gotta be honest with you, I don't use macros as much as I should. Part of my problem with this game sometimes, and why I die a lot, is because I don't use macros as much as I could. I like to use the control commands, so I use like Control J, Control E, Control W, Control... I like to do it that way. Just because it's like a really bad habit that I've never broken. I use macros, for sure, but I don't use as many as other people, and I don't use them as much as I probably could. I am also eating grapes right now. I haven't eaten all day. So I'm just gonna stuff my face with grapes like a fucking Roman emperor. Should I go back to killing orcs? They weren't really dropping a lot of crystals, were they? 6. I mean, 6k for fire crystals is still more than I'm gonna get for anything else right now, so I might as well. Oh, why are grapes so good? And yet raisins are disgusting. If you like raisins, there's something wrong with you. You know the worst feeling in the world is being offered a cookie only to find that it's a raisin cookie. That's up there in terms of worst shit that can happen to a human. Alright, you. Give me your crystals. Yeah. Ninja Ranger might be fun if I can level my marksmanship up and use guns. The guns, I find it weird that ninjas can use guns. That's so... It's just a strange thing. But then again, a lot of classes in this game, like, their ability to use weapons makes no sense. They really just threw a bunch of random crap around when assigning weapon skills, I'm sure of it. Like, the one that always stuck out to me was, why can red mages use bows? Why do red mages have an archery skill? Yeah? Why? There are so many other classes that would benefit from an archery skill. Like, imagine... I say this wholeheartedly. I think Paladin would be my favorite class if it had an archery skill. If I could be Paladin / Ranger, I'd fucking love that. I guarantee it. Go full fucking, like, Link mode on him. I'd love that. This music's getting annoying. I'm gonna put RuneScape music on. When in doubt, I always default to the RuneScape music. Which I probably shouldn't do, considering it's mostly made by a pedophile. I couldn't believe that. The man who made Sea Shanty 2. Surely not. But yes, sadly so. Yeah. Oh, don't you poison me, you big girl's blouse. Like, look at that. Look how cool that was. I did 10 damage with the dart and then immediately followed up with a melee attack. If I can also get the thing where the shuriken gets thrown with a melee attack, I could have, like, thrown a shuriken, melee attacked, and then thrown another shuriken all in, like, 1 second. I can't wait for that ability. Come on, you fucking orc. I do wish it'd do like a... It'd be funny if it did like... I don't know, like Dark Souls or something similar, where you could see all of the arrows that you've thrown, or all of the darts that you've thrown, stuck in them. I'd love to see like 1,000,000 arrows in like an NM or something. I'll be honest with you, if there's one game I wish Square Enix would sit there and just remaster this game. They've already said they've started using Blender and other things for making models for new content and stuff for Final Fantasy XI. So I think they're trying to modernize the game a little. I really feel like they'd benefit from just saying we're going to do a fucking remaster. Guild Wars 1 is doing a remaster, which, by the way, I am super fucking excited for. A remaster of this game would just... Oh my god. It would blow my mind. To play this game with, like, dynamic lighting and HD... Even if it was just a full graphical thing... I do think the combat would need a bit of a change. Not a huge one, just a small one. Dark and you will get a 25. It will occasionally throw a shuriken during auto attacks. Yeah, I want that. I want that. It's one of the coolest job traits in the game. Comes out next month. The Guild Wars 1 Reforged. Yeah, I'm so fucking psyched for that. I'm so fucking psyched for that. Guild Wars 1 might be the only game that comes close to amount of time spent in it as this one. Like, this game is easily the game I've spent the most time with in my life. Guild Wars 1 is a close second, for sure. When I was a teenager, or a preteen, I suppose, a tween, whatever you want to call them, I played this obsessively, I played RuneScape obsessively, and I played Guild Wars 1 obsessively. Those were my 3 major obsessions. I never really played WoW. But I have since gone back and played WoW Classic a little bit. Just to see, you know, what I was missing. I didn't hate it. I thought WoW Classic was pretty cool too. I appreciated it for being tough. And I think that's something that MMOs lack, especially now, is just difficulty. I'm not saying every fucking MMO needs to be a deathmatch, or every game needs to be a deathmatch, but MMOs are so mindless at the moment, where you just kind of... nothing even hurts you. When we played that, what was it, Blue Protocol, and the enemies were doing 1 damage to me, and I had like 4,000 hit points, I was like, dude, what's the fucking point in even fighting them? They don't stand a chance. Whereas the cool thing about Final Fantasy XI, the cool thing about, like, Guild Wars 1, The cool thing about WoW Classic, you can die to like any mob. Any mob can be too good for you and just fucking obliterate you. I play modern MMOs every so often, and I don't see how you can lose. I don't see how you can die. Final Fantasy 14 is my biggest gripe. Like, outside of truly, like... The thing about Final Fantasy 14 that I despise is the only way for them to make something difficult in that game is to make it so that if one person in a group doing a savage raid or whatever isn't standing where they have to stand, everyone dies. That's the only way they can make it difficult, because the combat system in that game is so fucking nothingy. There is no real decision making in Final Fantasy 14. That was always my biggest gripe with that game. You don't really choose anything. You just kind of do your rotation the same as everyone else in your class. And that's the biggest strength that Final Fantasy 11 has, is that all of these classes have such unique identities. Like Ninja, you might consider, say, Ranger and let's pick Samurai to be very, like, they're DPS quote-unquote classes. But there's no such real thing as a pure, like, this is a DPS. Everything is so unique. Every class is so unique in its own way. You don't really get that anymore. You just get a bunch of DPS, a few tanks, a few healers. And in Final Fantasy XIV's case, they all play pretty much the fucking same. Yeah. You may have bound me, asshole, but I will throw darts at you until the end of time. Wah! But Guild Wars 1, when the Reforged thing comes out, I'm going to be spending... I gotta say, December, I made a post about this on the YouTube channel. December is going to be such a fucking good month for video games. There's so many, like, just cool things, not necessarily like new releases, quote unquote, but there's so many cool things that I specifically love. December's going to be so awesome for me. There's Guild Wars 1 Reforged, that's coming out, that's going to be level 10! Yes! Get that Wakazashi on, boys. Get them Royal Footman's gloves on, boys. Oh, we're looking fucking badass now. Look at that visual progression, boys. Look how sick we look. Do I have any new moves? I just have dual wield, I think. Yeah, dual wield and resist bind. Oh, look at me now. Look at me now. I look like a little praying mantis. Fuck him up. See, I'm no longer attacking between every dart because I'm dual wielding. But it's gotta be a DPS increase, surely. But yeah, we've got Guild Wars 1 coming out. We've got Knights. The character Knights from Knights into Dreams is being released in Sonic Crossworlds. That's going to be sick. I've been playing Whisker Wood, which is a fucking awesome game. Time Splitters. Rewind came out on early access, I think, yesterday. That's really fun. I've played a little bit of that. I don't know. December's just shaping up to be a really good month full of cool stuff for me. It's the Guild Wars 1 release I'm really, really psyched for. I gotta be honest with you. I'm streaming that day one. Day one, I'm streaming that. We're logging in, we're making a ranger, and we're going to town. And I'm going like full fresh restart. If I start on like my main account, I've got so many like cheating easy ways to do things. I'm starting full fresh. No unlocks. Shank him. It just feels refreshing, I'll be honest with you, to attack more than the enemy does. Every other class in this game, you have to wait usually like 2 enemy attacks before you get a swing. It's refreshing to just be like unloading attacks into somebody. I barely feel like I've got any cooldown. Get fucked. Or you. Oi. I missed. Of course I missed. I swear the game does that shit on purpose. You ever... Anyone else encounter that in Final Fantasy XI? Where, like, as soon as you level up, suddenly you're worse than you were the level before? That happens to me all the time. I'll level up and suddenly I can't hit anything. Fighting the exact same mobs. Yeah. One thing I am interested in seeing is if the ninjutsu is, like, worth it at all. I've never seen anyone using the, like, elemental ninjutsus. Are they terrible? Are they pointless? I kind of want to try them out. And once we get our throwing sort of towards capped, I mean, it's already pretty high. It's almost as high as our katana. I can start using ninjutsu for... or spamming ninjutsu instead. Come get fucking clobbered, mate. Yeah. These darts are sick. Come on, you son of a bitch. Face the never-ending barrage of attacks. Just give me a little bit of haste, and I'll just never stop. I'll basically have 100 fists up. Just give me a little bit of haste, baby. I said I was going to start using my Emperor Band. I'm going to start using my Emperor Band when I get level 12. Once I've got my Uzusemi going. Or whenever I run out of darts next. That's another reason why Sandori is the best. Gellspur Outpost is so much better of an of like a Beastman's stronghold. It's so straightforward. Gellspur Outpost is one big straight line. And then like a little thing in the middle. Compare that to Gideus and fucking Palbra. Palbra Mines sucks. I hate Palbra Mines. You could give me a map and a compass and a fucking GPS system, I still would get lost in Palbra Mines. That place confuses the hell out of me. Bastok is Bastok. Bastok sucks. I hate Bastok. I hate Bastok, and I hate Windurst, and I hate Juno. I hate them all. If you ain't from Sandy, you ain't worth shit. Needed to get up my level. I will say, I prefer Bastok to Windurst. Windurst, good god. The only good thing about Windurst, when I used to make YouTube videos, my outro on my YouTube channel was the Windurst music. Because I think the Windurst music is the only good thing about Windurst. That and Semi-Lafina. You know, Semi-Lafina's pretty goated. This orc bound me and then just stood there and let me pummel him with darts. Mate, you can bind me all you want. I'm not going to die to... I'm not going to stop throwing darts at you. I think it's... I don't think it's on Horizon, but on Eden. There's like some kind of weird ranged bug where there's no delay between like ranged attacks. So you can like spam... range set. Every class, everyone like Dark Knight, Warrior, anyone who could use a crossbow on Eden does. Anyone on Eden, it just spams crossbow bolts. It's really weird. I had to kind of get used to it when I came to Cat's Eye because I was used to just spamming ranged attacks and winning. Nobody uses melee attacks on Eden, at least for the first fucking 70 levels. Eden was a weird one. It's slow. It's like the slowest of all the servers. But my biggest issue with Eden was not that they were elitist, but that they like couldn't fathom somebody wanting to play the game differently. I really enjoyed playing a Greatsword Warrior back in the day. I really liked the aesthetic. I thought Hard Slash was fine. I had no issue playing a Greatsword Warrior. But they all got upset with me when I joined a Valcom Dunes party and wanted me to... They started trading me great axes to use. And I was like, dude, you should just let me play how I want to play. It's fucking Valcom Dunes. Like, I could understand if we were trying to take on Absolute Virtue and I wasn't playing optimally. But it's fucking Valcom Dunes, dude. Let me use my greatsword, you know? But that's the thing, with this game, there are a lot of people who think that, you know, you either play it optimally or you don't play it at all. Which personally, for me, I hate that mindset. I hate that mindset. Some of the most fun stuff in this game for me has been the weirder, like, job combinations or the weirder things that we've experimented with. When we did on retail, we did a level cap. All the missions at level cap, so old level cap. So we had to do like Shadow Lord at 50 and so on and so forth. Because I was only level 50, I could only unlock 4 trusts. So we did the Shadow Lord level locked at 50 with only 5 people. And it took 2 days of streaming to win. The only way we were able to win was with Beastmaster / Paladin. Because we needed Shield Bash. Without Shield Bash, we had no reliable way to interrupt the ice spikes that he casts. And the ice spikes was what was fucking us every time. But it's only through doing weird shit like that that you really kind of, I don't know, find fun things. Find unique challenges and stuff. I think if you just play through Final Fantasy XI now and you just play whatever's completely optimal, I don't know. The game's been solved. The game's been solved for a while. You might as well experiment a little bit, you know? What have you got to lose? That's my view. Alright, we've got 24 throwing. I'm not sure if we're going to get any more skill ups at this level. And we have not been getting very many crystals. Is the crystal drop rate on this server like really low? Can I defeat 3 toadstools with ease? Yeah. The real problem is going to be when I have to buy all of the elemental scrolls. I think they're like 2k a throw or something. But I don't think I need to get them till like level 15. Get fucked, idiot. Definitely like a low... No, the toadstools are dropping crystals pretty good. I reckon these orcs have been nerfed. They've nerfed the orcs. This used to be how I make money on like every server. Even back in the day. I used to just... My only way to make money back in the day when I was a kid, like in the early levels, was I would just like get to level 10 in Gaussper by farming fire crystals, then go like level 12 or so, go back, change class to something else that's level 1, and just do it again. I would just like get to level 12 on every class, farming fire crystals. And then generally speaking, I would just spend everything I earned on a fucking bee spather +1. It would take hours, and it would just be worth, like, 1 sword. Or, to be fair, like, a fucking amazing sword to, like, level 20. But still. Those were the days. You son of a bitch. You see this absolute titan of a ninja come through, and you just take a swing at me. Yeah, we're not getting any skill ups anymore. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. I am going to warp home. Get myself an Emperor band. Oh, I've already got my Emperor band. Screw it. We'll Emperor band, and we will kill orcs in Lothian. Or somewhere like that. Because these Ghost orcs, I think they've been nerfed. But we will do that next time. I had 0 sleep last night. I mean, like, genuinely 0. Not 0, maybe like 3 hours. Does anyone else have neuropathy in their feet at night sometimes? Like, it's not permanent for me, but some nights, for some weird reason, my feet just tingle. And I've already been checked for diabetes and all that shit. I don't have diabetes. It's just like a random thing. Where, like, some nights, for no reason whatsoever, my feet just feel like they're being tickled with a feather. And it's impossible to fall asleep. And it just won't go away. I don't know why that happens to me sometimes, but it does. And I hate it. And that happened to me last night, and I got fucking no sleep. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to call it. We got level 10, which is what I wanted to do. And we will stream again tomorrow. Like I said, I've been streaming a bunch lately. Like last week, we streamed fucking loads. So I'm trying to stream a bunch more. I gotta tell you, since December's coming and it's got a bunch of cool games I want to play, we're gonna be streaming a bunch more. We're gonna be streaming a fucking lot more. But yeah, that's it for today. I need to go and lay down and go to sleep. I am super tired. I'm gonna curl up with the doggies and go straight to bed. But thank you for hanging out, you guys. That was really... I genuinely, like, did not even realize I was leveling. For that whole thing, I was just killing orcs, barely paying attention because I was too busy chatting to you guys. But thank you for hanging. Thanks for hanging out, Big Door. Thanks for hanging out, Dark. Thanks for... It's just everybody that chatted, albeit briefly. Fig Leaf and Dead Plaything who followed and all that good shit. If you want to follow, please do. That's how you keep abreast of what I'm up to. I'm going to be streaming tomorrow. We've also got a Discord, but that's up to other people. I mean, I try not to force too many people onto the Discord. That tends to be for select people. But thanks for hanging out, you guys. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow. Peace. Mwah.